What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. It is Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, 6:30 here in the morning in the great state of New York. I'm in front of our warehouse, main corporate headquarters at 1010 Central Avenue in Woodmere, New York, on Long Island, and I am preparing an order. I'm preparing an install. We're going to be taking out a triangle tube boiler and water heater that it just took a dump and is kaput. It fires up, but it does not give domestic hot water. So we're going to be taking that out and putting in the US Boiler Burnham Alta wall hung combi. It's that one right there in our Mikey Pipes philanthropy training facility. All of these heating systems, the Whale McLean Ultra 3, the US Boiler Burnham Alta, the US Boiler Burnham Alpine, the Alta, the Ecotech, and the one with no name. We got them all here in our training facility. I took a look at the pictures of the install. The gas is coming from the top, but I got to bring it down, so we're going to cut some pipe and just have one more thing less to do on site. And I got some time before James and Daniel get here. Derek is on vacation this week. I don't know what convinced me to say yes to him taking a week off, smack in the middle of summer in August. And he's going to the Caribbean. Like, huh? So folks, I got the Rigid 300 in our shop where it's gonna ream this pipe a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna ream the pipe a little bit. A little bit too much. Slide you down a little bit. There you go. Put that down. I have it set for 3/4. We're gonna lube it up a little bit. Good. Put that in reverse. I should be wearing gloves. My wife's gonna yell at me. And they get a little rag. Look at that. Like it was supposed to be there the whole time. Perfect. Let's check the threads on the other end. Make sure that they're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have everything lined up. We have 2-inch pipe, 1-inch copper, 3/4 copper, 1/2-inch copper, fittings, tools, bucket, hose, the combi, the manifold, drop cloths, tool bag, tool bag. And the question is, James, Plum Guy NY, check him out on YouTube, subscribe, make sure you thumbs up his videos and his channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. The $1 million question we're asking the whole entire community, and the closest without going over is going to win a free Milwaukee tool. Ooh. Actually, you know what? No. The closest without going over is going to win a free 9,000 BTU ductless mini split system.
Okay.
courtesy of Mikey Pipes and ACiQ. How many trips do we make to the truck to complete the job?
Okay.
All right, this doesn't count. How many additional trips do we have to make to complete the job?
I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna say 10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't cheat. It's 7:46 here in the great state of New York, and it is Tuesday, August 11th, 2026. James says 10.
Yes.
The closest without going over, which we're not going to disclose during the video, is going to win a free 9,000 BTU ACiQ ductless mini split system. I'm even going to send them the essentials. What's great about the essentials is it comes with everything you essentially need, other than me to install it. So you get the line set, disconnect, whip, outdoor unit, indoor unit.
Bracket.
I don't think you get a bracket. No, it's not an essential. No. You can like...
It's a quality of life.
Correct,
Yes.
correct. So the closest without going over is going to win that. So guess down in the comment section down below, and good luck. He could have let us in 15 minutes ago, by the way.
Okay.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right, here's the patient. There it is. Triangle 2 Prestige. We're gonna rip this bad boy out and put a new one in. Obviously not a Triangle 2 Prestige because they're out of business. Let's get to work. All right, turn the gas off. Here is boiler water supply, cold water. Here is cold water going to the boiler. Okay, this is hot water leaving. Here's our this is cold water coming in. We have a mixing valve, and this is the recirculating line. Okay, so we're going to keep this, and we're going to replace from here down. All right, wish us luck. This is the drain tank. There's no valve on the drain here. See, tank drain. This is boiler supply. That is boiler return. Closely spaced T's here. All right. Wow, okay. I did not expect that. I expect something out of there. All right, so the domestic cold water is off. We're gonna have to change this valve anyway. At least that's the goal. But we have a drain here open. There are, to my knowledge, no internal drains anywhere inside this machine, but let me look inside. Maybe we'll find something, but I don't think so. Definitely seen better days. That's the gas. got this main thing out. Hopefully my cup don't run it over. Main drain. Maybe that little piece back. What's in the bucket? Nah, but we should be alright. We're almost full. And I can always close this. Does that help? Not really, but we're almost at the top and it's almost done draining. Perfect. Look at that. I couldn't make that stuff up even if I tried. Alright. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this back in there. Let's dump this somewhere. What's nearby?
There's a toilet right over here.
Yeah?
There is.
There's a sink over here too, though. I'm going for the sink. Alright, there's a little water. There's a water sensor there. Hooked up to an alarm system. I don't want to hit that. Now, I would cut those two there. And this gas is already disconnected. We'll work on the stuff on the bottom and then work on the stuff on the top. That is the 3/4 inch domestic hot water leaving the boiler mechanical room. We get these personalized, it's like a monogram. Get them from Wolverine Brass. Good valves. Never been more scared in my life with a fire suppression head there cutting the PVC. One wrong move. Cha-ching. Not for me. God damn, this thing is heavy. Does that count as one of the 10 trips? I think it does. Oh my God, this thing is a freaking heavy mama.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, usually heavy girls are good at something, but I don't think she's good at anything. Make everything nice and pretty.
I'm saying with how light it is.
Hold on, I think I gotta get in there. Okay. Will I fit in here? Damn.
Pens.
Oh, we cleared the door. Okay. Lean it right there for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
What
If I had $1 billion. Yeah.
Alright. Even if we could lean it up. Because we can't go long ways because we'll hit into every wall.
Yeah. We should probably maybe lay it down.
Yeah. What do you think? We cut the shit off the bottom of it?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of weight there in a second.
Yep, I'm good. I'm getting, yeah, there we go.
Oh, my foot. Okay. You know, you gotta keep your boots dry.
Oh, shit.
Water?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Where's the bucket?
All right.
Oh, the valve's closed. Open it. I mean, the valve's open. There you go. Oh, I need to cut this wire.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
I gotta find out where that's going.
Why it's still so heavy?
Nah.
What a poor design. This company should go out of business.
Bye-bye. No rush. Take your time. I'm using my foot on the bottom of it, so it's not. I'm literally hands-free.
All guys are doing up on the roof?
4 guys, 2 trucks, 1 AC unit. I don't know. Hopefully they're done by like 10:30. For some reason, I doubt that. Oh, nice rolls.
Yeah.
Let's favor more that way.
Yeah. This way falls this way or that way.
Yep. Okay. They're spending at least a half hour fixing that door to get that cube in for their air conditioning system replacement. So that was trip number 1. 9 more left. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is that blank canvas. That was a wildebeest on this wall here. We're going to make some more modifications to the wall, and we're gonna get this bad boy mounted. Our exhaust, fresh air, cold water inlet, hot water outlet, gas, supply, return. Not too shabby. 905. Yeah, because it's kind of tall.
This is the hot water.
It's hot water?
Yeah.
Put the washer in there? Good. Domestic hot water out. I guess it's got to go that way, huh? Oh, it goes behind it?
No, mixing valves. Oh, wait.
Yep, it's got to go behind it.
Yep, you're right.
This is a nice little optional feature that US Boiler makes for the Alta. This is a thermostatic mixing valve manifold. This is called their domestic water, hot and cold water manifold. You have a thermostatic mixing valve. You have everything ready pre-built here.
There's 2 things I would change on it.
And which are?
1, to not have the outlet be sweat. Give the option for this to be pressed.
Or, yeah, make it long enough where you can press something on. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
And 2, to offset these. You have your relief valve and your
purge, service valve.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So US Boiler, if you're listening, some feedback from the hood. 54 inches minimum. So we could put the top. 54 puts us there. Yeah. So this would be the top with exhaust. Okay. I didn't even make a straight line there. Damn, I'm good. So I am avoiding making a trip. I'm doing whatever it takes to avoid making a trip. So the hardware that came with the boiler, I don't have any socket that's going to reach that. And these screws that were with the old boiler are just barely going to fit here. So I'm going to drill with a pilot bit some new holes. At least that's the goal. There goes one. All right, so we'll put that there. We'll get another one right there. All right, we'll put another one right there. Another one there. Okay, let's drill these out. Two. Beautiful. I'm not that Polish. They're coming out quite easy. So we're lucking out. Otherwise I'd have to get the socket set from the truck and then use a trip. And James only gave us 10 trips. Because I think James is going to win the ductless mini split system. But he already got one. You got to check out Daniel's YouTube channel, DC HVAC. ACiQ, Hot Penny, donated an ACiQ single zone 18,000 BTU system that originally was going to be, I'm keeping it real, originally was supposed to go to Daniel's parents' house, but the mom flipped out on Daniel, and Daniel's like, well, screw you, Mom. I'll give it to someone else. And that's what he did. James took it. James had the electrician come in a few days ago, wire up the circuit, 20 amps, right?
Yep, 20 amp circuit.
Now, did you already do the math on how much power it uses?
No.
Not yet.
But if you were to compare it to the window shaker that I've had, I can tell you, the air is so crisp from it.
Crisp, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Huge shout out to the folks at ACiQ. If you're an HVAC contractor in the United States and you're not a dealer yet, go to aciq.com/Mikey Pipes. Save money, buy direct from the manufacturer, and give your clients a phenomenal system at great pricing and make another $4,000 on your installs. What are you doing? Go to aciq.com/Mikey Pipes. Changing the way America heats and cools. Want to?
Yeah, why not? Look at that.
Teamwork. Oh, what's rattling around in here? There's a rattler.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a rattler. Okay. So far, so good.
Yep.
Ah, my finger's there.
There it is.
Yeah, on?
Yep.
Tits.
Look at that.
Wow, look at that, beautiful. Oh, man, almost lines up perfectly. Oh, James, whatever you do, pray.
No.
Pray
Yep.
to the fire suppression gods. You didn't deburr the pipe.
You know, someone just said that to me.
Did they? You didn't deburr it either, huh? Don't they know that we don't really ever deburr pipe? Like, ever? Mikey Pipes, you didn't mark the insertion depth. They're gonna void the warranty. Think I'm worried about them voiding a warranty on a $10 fitting? Right, on a $50,000 job? Come on. Get with the program, folks.
Where's recirc piping in?
Somewhere on this cold water line.
Okay.
With that check valve that I got.
Yep.
And that circulator. Did I press that in already? Yeah, I sure did. Okay. We gotta loosen that up a little bit, tighten these up. But domestic cold water is done. We gotta put a circulator here with a check valve and tie into here. And then connect our hot water. Which way do we want to go with the hot water? Do we want to go the other way with it? Doesn't really matter. Let's see. Can I have some kind of crescent wrench, channel lock, anything? I want to loosen this up a little bit. It's crazy. Or do that. And tighten these up. Mikey Pipes, you're supposed to be using an adjustable wrench. You're gonna strip out the brass nuts with your channel lock.
Mar the fitting.
Oh, it squeaked. Oh, she's a squeaker. Ow. Ow.
tell you I cut my finger open at Daniel's church?
Daniel's church?
I went to help him rebuild a 3-handle shower.
Daniel's church?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice of you.
Oh,
You're gonna go straight to heaven. Look at you.
Yeah, that's what I said. Gasket. So I cut my finger open and I told him that I bled for his God.
Oh, shit. Wow. Baruch Hashem. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you toss an elbow on it, you can come up the same way.
Yeah. You know what? Let's, yeah. Let me, tubing cutter. You know, I love the Meta glasses, or maybe the newer version of it, because now it keeps recording. Normally it stopped at like almost 3 minutes. Now it keeps going. It doesn't stop. Like, I've been recording right now for God knows how long, and it just keeps going like the Energizer Bunny. That's funny, right? Laugh. You know what? I was using the W40 to take that stupid sticker bag off. Didn't work out too well. Okay, like straight against there. So this is going to be, wow, 8 3/4. I tell you, this is so much cleaner than the abortion that was here before. Wow, look at all this room now. Crazy. 938. 938, folks. You know, by the time Daniel gets here, he'll have to meet us to lunch.
I'll put this.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
It's all in there. Now I gotta make this. You know, we're gonna go like this, go like that. How deep is this? How deep is your love? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's see. I don't know, about 7.5 inches maybe. I have no idea how to do that. No idea. When it comes to angles, I'm illiterate when it comes to math. 1000%. Oh, dippa-dicka! Almost. Oh, I didn't get the insertion depth enough. All right, let me take a little bit off this.
Like what, like a quarter inch?
Okay. Yeah, like 1/2 inch. Oh, so actually, don't cut it yet. Hold on. I gotta glue in my 45, street 45. That may change. Be like, Mikey Pipes, stick with HVAC. And when I do HVAC, Mikey Pipes, stick with plumbing.
Don't you know to measure an offset is 3.4?
1.5 pi r squared. Don't you know? Mikey Pipes. Someone said yesterday, you have the gift of gab, but you don't know anything else what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, okay. I said F you, and I hit delete. Look at that. See? I do know what I'm doing. You see? Effing tits. Okay. Now we're going to put this there. We'll put this there. And then we'll connect to that. Now, can I get this in there is the question. I'm not wasting a trip. It's crazy how the whole thing flexes. Okay, that's in there. Now we need 1/2" copper, 1/2" 90, and then the check valve. Wow, that would have really sucked.
Well, it does swing now.
Yeah. I got it. Okay. Beautiful. Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. Yeah. 4 of them, an air handler, and an outdoor condensing unit. Yeah. All right. Well.
I brought you options.
Will it clear the door? I think it will. We're gonna try that, but I gotta connect here to here.
Okay.
I'm thinking about just going with an elbow right here, straight across,
Sure.
and dipping right in. Yeah, that's gonna be long enough. Is this long enough, you think? You can stand there, let me know.
Might be like an inch short.
Really? Where's an elbow?
Let me give you 2.
You did. You gave me a street one, though.
I know.
Let's see. Really think it's gonna be a little bit short, huh? Now let me know what you think. Really?
Like just by like 1/2 inch. Unless you push that one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
So here's all these Milwaukee tools. You'd think they're the sponsor of the channel or the company. You'd think, but nah. Oh no! Tell me it's gonna hit this thing. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
You got that?
Yep. You got it.
Okay. I think this is the second press I'm ever doing with the close quarters jaws.
Yes.
Think it's all the way in?
Looks like it is.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. If Viver had something like this, I would have been all over that sponsorship that they wanted me to do it.
Sure.
But they don't. But their jaw machine does have a digital display on it, let you know how many presses you've done in its lifetime.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. All right. So the last piece of copper for the zones is 23.5, 1 inch, and then we're done, with the exception of gas, an electric, and condensate. Okay. All of the copper is done, with the exception of a drip leg. I'm extending that, and electric, condensate from there to right there, and we're good. I'm opening up the valve for this unit slowly. Okay, water to apartment is back on. Okay, so now let's open up this valve. Closed, closed. Those are closed. Hopefully everything else there is tight. If not, we'll find out. double check. Pressed, 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 pressed. Okay. And down here, that is pressed. That's pressed. You can feel it. We soldered that in. That's pressed, 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 pressed. So now water, domestic water is on. So, yeah? No, not yet. Now it is. Here comes domestic hot water. Good. Okay. Now, our domestic water for space heating is here. Let's check this. Press, 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 press. So now I can open up this. Looks like there goes pressure going up already. I open up this. There's an automatic air valve right there. Perfect. All right. So everything is on. I don't really see any pressure there yet, but it'll slowly get there, hopefully. Okay. There is line voltage to the ground. Okay, so line and neutral are done. Ground. Now we have this wire going to our outdoor sensor, and the other one is our NW. All right, folks, 11:12 29. Here is the US Boiler Burnham Alta wall hung tankless combi. Let's review what we got going on here. Coming straight out of the center, this 2-inch goes to 3-inch. This is our exhaust. Coming out of the right side, 2-inch, going to 3-inch. That's our fresh air intake. On top of the boiler, on the top rear left side, we have an automatic air valve and a relief valve. Relief valves should be installed in a vertical orientation, and that goes down and that drips into our 3/4 inch PVC condensate drain line. Coming from there, going to our drain there. Now, bottom, we're using the US Boiler Burnham Alta domestic water assembly. Comes with a mixing valve. Word of advice to the guys, installers, and also the techs: loosen up the screw, pull forward, then you can make an adjustments. Factory, it's on cold. Why they do that, I have no idea. But loosen the set screw, pull up the gray knob, and make your adjustments. Cold water, mixed, hot water. Our hydronic manifold, supply, return. We used all of the existing system piping, which included the air scoop, expansion tank, relays, wireless control for thermostat, pressure reducing valve, check valve, temperature, pressure gauge, zone valves. We left all that. Changed the bronze recirculating pump on the Takeo. Beautiful. There she has it, folks. Another easy peasy job by Pipe Doctor Home Services. You know what? I almost forgot. That's why we got James as the A-man on the job. I'm just here for moral support, as James is a quote-unquote bitch. So we got the QR code sticker right there in the top right-hand corner. The homeowner client can scan that in with their smartphone. Brings them right to their booking page, and they can book a service call without having to call. Easy peasy. This is 2026, folks. He's also installing valve tags on the important valves, like the boiler feed, hot water supply, the gas for the boiler. Very, very, very nice. Guys, if you're tired of getting bamboozled by your HVAC contractor, head on over to pipedoc.net and book an appointment. Save time, book online, or give us a call at 516-348-6300. What are you waiting for? Do it now.